Here's where the leverage mechanic comes back. The people most exposed to white-collar displacements are the same people most likely to have mortgages, car payments, student loans. If enough of them lose income at the same time, spending contracts, loan defaults rise, asset prices fall, and the tower of cards starts leaning. Most people assume this will be gradual enough that we can adjust to it in real time. But gradual is exactly how every previous crisis looked right before it wasn't. Now, let's talk about the spending problem because it's a third layer of all this. The US government takes on about 5.2 trillion in tax revenue per year. It spends roughly 7 trillion. The difference is 2 trillion gets added to the debt every year. The Congressional Budget Office in 2024 projects that the national debt will hit between 54 and 58 trillion by 2034. At that point, debt held by the public would be around 122% of GDP, a level we haven't seen since World War II. The government could theoretically print money to manage the debt load. They've done it before. QE, quantitative easing, is just the Fed buying government bonds and expanding the money supply. The problem is every previous round of QE happened when oil was cheap or falling. Cheap energy gave the Fed cover to print without triggering inflation. If oil is expensive and rising and the Fed prints anyways, inflation comes back harder. The very tool that they've used to fight recessions for 3 decades becomes a liability. The spending problem doesn't resolve itself. The rate path doesn't have an obvious exit, and the private credit crunch is already underway.